Hello and welcome back. Today's reading is about Wang Yibo. I think I watched his series and I really liked his acting. So this was requested by a fan of theirs, and let's get the reading started. Uh, I'll be doing like a current energy reading, which is going to last for weeks or for a few months until the cycle is completed and they move on to their next chapter. And I don't know what the sacred timing is about, but there's something that it's something huge. It could be personal or it could be something that's seen by everyone. It's like a perfect time, a sacred time for them to carry out anything they wanted to do in their life or anything they have been wanting to do. It could be related to work, it could be related to love, something that has this good or sacred time, and the time is aligning right now. And there's a lot of inner wisdom and resilience they're gonna carry throughout this period. And it's also a very spiritual time for them. Like they can receive messages, or they can get messages through dreams, or well, just randomly they just know it. Almost like being a medium, but yeah, it's going to be insane, or their intuition could be really spot on. Let's see what's happening in his life. Firstly, I wanted to pick out a love deck card, and it's crazy. We got the love spell. You have been bewitched. So this card especially comes out when you're attracted, when he is attracted to someone, like crazy way. So yeah, maybe things were not so uh, things were not so attractive before. If you have met someone, things might be turning into something else. Or if you don't know this person, it could be like a love at first sight. Definitely related to love, and yeah, it's them being able to manifest. That's what, yeah, this is great. They're able to manifest what they want, and they're also drawn towards someone here. So if they were trying to have a relationship, I don't know their relationship status, if they're single, if they're trying to manifest love, I think this time is perfect. And just tell the universe what exactly you want, and it's going to happen. And it's going to feel very magical and like a love spell, because that I feel like they're gonna feel like being head over heels over this person, and it's so cute. Anyway, I don't know if it lasts though. Yeah, communication, I guess that's another important factor when it comes to their life, especially when it comes to their love life, to compromise, forgive, and work it out. And yeah, please communicate properly, especially if it's the person you're trying to manifest. And yeah, clearing out anything that's been between you, any mistakes, anything that you mistook, or anything that the other person might be mistaking about you will be cleared up, and the sacred time will start playing out. That was really fun. And I'm gonna take a few cards from my green witch deck. We have a hedge. This is about the options or the divergence or the path that you need to pick. And also, you can see how it is. It is boundaried. You can see the path to its right and path to its left. Everything, it's like a park, and you're protected. You have that boundary here, but it's not a stone wall that's impenetrable. This is like a grasp. It's a protection for sure, and it's also a sign for you to put that boundaries. You don't have to be harsh, and the cards are not saying you to be very blunt about it, but instead you can still make a softer boundary so that people don't cross over without any reason. And yeah, just it don't have to be very, very harsh, or be scared to be harsh. This is just you putting the boundaries and saying, this is what you need to, this is where we stop or part ways. And again, you can see the two roads that's been diverging, and you can see the balance card. So, and that's what it is about. You have to pick the side, whether you're gonna go this way or this way. Right now, you might be feeling like they're balanced. If it has like a two separate jobs that he's trying to handle, maybe pick one. Maybe pick one and focus on that. The thing about these hedge or these divergence is that whichever path you choose, you're gonna end up at the same point. I know it sounds weird. How can I end up in the same point? But we are not talking about in sense of materialistic achievements. You as a person, you as spreading information or spreading love, in terms of that, you're gonna end up the same way. What you had to do, you'll do it in the end of the day. The people you had to meet, you will meet, whatever the path you choose. So just try to use your intuition and see what exactly you want. Maybe give it a thought and pick whatever goes well for you. And again, I feel like both the paths are going to end up being good. And yeah, and we have sun, which is very good. Again, it's like representing the beginnings, and sometimes it's when you're in dark, you can see that sun illuminates the darkness. That is how it is. It brings us happiness, joy, and comfort. And sun is also seen as something very masculine, or something mm, which is like a form of strength, physical strength, emotional strength, and someone who holds the ethics, their own ethics. And yeah, it's very healing card, and it's like whatever the darkness was there, even if it was little or if it was huge, that could be eliminated in this particular chapter of your life, and new things are going to start. And yeah, let's get into. Okay, I'm gonna pick like two set of cards here, one for love and one for career, because I feel like I didn't say much about career, but yeah, let's do both. And when it comes to love, we have six of hearts, and king of spade and seven of hearts. I'm gonna explain you what six and seven of hearts are. They represent the past life connection. Again, seven also represents this kind of a spiritual way, but in a karmic ties. But I'm gonna tell you, seven is a bit of illusions, false hope, deception in love. Oh my gosh. So be aware of the person whom you're drawn to. Okay. See, I have like, I think there are two options here for you in love. At least two option. One is someone who's putting that love spell on you or attracting you to them, and that could be the deception here. And you can also manifest the person. That could be the second person in your life, and that could be also the choices that you have to take. And yeah, this could be about Okay, but whatever, whoever the person is, that person could be coming from your childhood or someone like from your past, someone whom you know knew like a long time, or you're kind of like reconnecting, maybe past lover or maybe past friend or a childhood friend. Sometimes it's also like a past life connection. You're gonna feel it, that you know this person and you feel that nostalgia. Yeah, if it's a person from before your ex, maybe take some time. Or if you really have just one person who's standing out to you in this reading, like, oh, this is the person I'm talking about. Yeah, be aware of illusions. Sometimes it gives you like a false hope. You might misunderstand that's the person you're trying to manifest into your life. That might not be true. The person you're manifesting could arrive secondly, or yeah. So be aware of the deceptions, the false hopes, illusions, and stuff. You can see it. And try not to have any unrealistic expectation. That's the thing. I really feel like these two are the options that's being presented to him. A person who's actual soulmate and the person who is not his soulmate. And I think it's difficult for him to pick out who's who, and that's very important to differentiate, especially when you have someone so strong in your life trying to manifest. And King of Spade represents the powerful authoritative man, and love that teaches through lessons. Love that teaches tough lessons. Okay, maybe he has a lesson to be learned. So whether he's gonna pick his soulmate or whether he's not, that depends. That really depends on how the story is going to unfold. Let's take a quick look at what's about his career. We have Seven of Spade and Nine of Diamonds, and lastly Seven of Diamonds. Okay, literally seven is so prominent. We got Seven of Hearts and Seven of Spades and Seven of Diamonds. And I talked about him being a little bit of mediumship. Seven kind of represents the spiritual aspects too. Okay, Seven of Spade means like bad advice, worry, or grief, or having that anxiety. So, especially when it comes to work, this is only related to work. Do not take everyone's advice. There's a lot of maybe, yeah, he might even have some sort of worry or the anxiety that's trying to eat him up. Have patience. I think that's the way for you to get out of the situation with the nine of diamond. Oh, sorry, seven of diamonds here. Things are whatever you have invested so far, it's going to give you the results. Maybe it could be the properties you have bought or the time you have invested, the energy you have invested. That's going to come back to you, and your patience is going to be rewarded. Yeah. And we also have Nine of Diamonds, which represents independence, abundance, and financial comfort. Maybe this is what happens in the first few cycles or first few weeks. Or, yeah, firstly, there could be a little bit of grief, anxiety, or worries, but that's going to fade away as you become more independent, and financial flow will be good, and you'll be very comfortable with where you are financially. And yeah, anything that you lost or any investment that you tried to do in the previous time, that's going to be returned to you. And yeah, definitely have some patience, because quickly the things will change, and be aware of the bad advice and the illusions people are trying to cast you. It could be, it's both in love and work. So yeah, be aware, stay safe, and have a good time. Definitely good time to manifest things. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Subscribe to the channel, and comment your favorite celebrity whom you want me to do next.